Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Stalk My Closet. Today I'm sharing stitching of Angrakha Kurti. I've shared its cutting in my previous video. If you want to check it out, link is in the description box and in the I button on the screen. So let's get started. Firstly, I'll finish the bodies. This is back. Place both pieces of front right sides together and stitch shoulder slope on both sides. So I made a stitch. Now I'll finish the neckline. I'm making collar neckline, and for that I have cut out bias tape from the printed fabric. This is 2 inch wide and long enough to cover front and back neck. Fold it by half and iron it. If you don't have enough fabric, then cut 2 or 3 strips and stitch them together. I'm using cotton fabric, so I don't need to add paper fusing. If you use lightweight fabric, then do add paper fusing in the collar fabric. Now it's your choice if you want to keep the collar till end point or leave a gap of around 2 inch like this. I've made these dories with tassels. I have a detailed video on the same. Link is in the description box, you can check it out from there. I'll attach one dory on the collar side and another on the opposite side. Make a mark on the fold. Trim the excess fabric, leaving ½ inch of seam allowance. Double fold the fabric and make a stitch to finish it. To attach the collar, just place the open side on the right side of the neckline and make a stitch. There is no need to attach collar till the end point on the underneath side. Mark 1 or 2 inch inwards and start stitching collar from that point. At the end, just trim the excess fabric, leaving ½ inch of seam allowance. Fold the seam allowance inwards and continue stitching. So I have attached the collar, now overlock it. Keep the seam allowance direction towards the bodies and make a top stitch. So I made a stitch and I've ironed it. Now I'll finish armholes with the piping, and for that again I have cut out the bias tape from the printed fabric. Fold the one edge of bias tape and make a stitch. Now place the bias tape on the armhole, right sides together, and make a stitch. So I made a stitch, and I've also made small cuts all around the armhole only on the kurti fabric. Now fold the bias tape towards the wrong side depending on how thin or thick you want your piping to be, and make a stitch on the edge of body's armhole. Now make another stitch to secure seam allowance. So I have attached piping on the armholes. Now I'll make a stitch on the waistline of front bodies to secure both pieces together. So I made a stitch. I'll also stitch this part. Place the dory and make a stitch. I'll also attach other dory on the opposite side. I've attached the dories and this is how it will look. This part will remain open. You can stitch hook or stitch button here if needed. Else if you want you can make a stitch on this part as well. Now I'll stitch the side fitting seam on both sides. So I made a stitch and bodice is ready. Now I'll finish the bottom. Firstly I'll finish the bottom round. Just double fold the fabric and make a stitch. So I finished the bottom round. Now I'll stitch the side fitting seam. So both bodies and bottom are ready. Now I'll attach them together. Take wrong side of skirt, insert right side of bodies into the skirt. Like this. Match the side seams and make a stitch all around the waistline. Overlock it. So I have attached bodies and bottom. Now keep seam allowance direction downwards and make a top stitch. And with this my kurti is completed, and this is how it looks. You can wear it as kurti as well as ethnic dress. I just hope you like this pattern. I really try to explain in as easy and simple way as I can. Do try this pattern, guys. It's really look very beautiful. If you like my efforts, then please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and do subscribe our channel for more such videos. And I'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.